Alright, what's up guys? It is Denny from Off the Trailer. If you're watching this, 99% chance you're coming from like Instagram or TikTok or Facebook. One of those main pages where generally my little 1-minute videos are posted. Obviously you're noticing over the last, 3 months or so, the frequency in posting has dropped completely. A lot of things have changed and it's shitty. And I just kind of wanted to make this video to talk to you guys. I don't know, I guess bring you up to speed in a sense. So some shit in my life has changed quite drastically. I'm going through a pretty unforeseen separation is what I'm gonna say. I got blindsided left field quite badly. I'm gonna throw this out there now just so you guys know. My ex, my missus, whatever, she didn't cheat or anything like that. Sometimes I wish she had just fucking cheated. Would have made it a lot easier. But she didn't cheat. I feel like maybe what she did is arguably a bit worse. What I can say, I'm not going to go into details or start throwing shade any direction. Whatever it is, what it is. We're working hard to get back onto good terms with the kids involved and stuff. So this has been a real shit 3.5 months. If I'm being honest with you, I've become a full-time dad. I have the kids full-time. So I'm doing the entirety of the routine. I'm just trying to keep everything together for them at this moment. I'm just trying to make life as normal as I could possibly make it. And like I said, me and former missus are, we're working on kind of getting through what happened. Not in terms of like a full-out resolution, but obviously, I wish I could just come out and tell you guys exactly what happened. It would just make this so much easier, but at the same time, I just can't. It's quite personal. Like I said, there's no like infidelity or anything like that involved. My wallet took a significant hit. So unfortunately, last 3 months I haven't been able to comfortably make the progress that I want to make on this thing, which sucks. I know it sucks for me. I know it sucks for a lot of you guys out there that are patiently waiting to see this thing up and running and hit the road and blah blah blah. And it's still a priority. It's still on the list of things that I want to do, but unfortunately, it's just shit timing right now, between the kids' school schedules and sports schedules and work. Like as some of you guys know, I do website development for a living. I run like an Uber for roadside, Angie's List for automotive, drivepros.com. That's been a big baby of mine for a while. And now I am actually starting something new as well. Maybe all those guys out there that said, guys and girls, you all said it, every single one of you, that said, oh, Denny's ADHD is fuck. You know what? You might have been on to something, because at any given time, I've got at least one company on the go, sometimes 2, sometimes 3. Most of the time it pans out, I get a good exit, and it's afforded me to be able to kind of live a more free schedule lifestyle. But essentially, I'm now back at starting at square one, which sucks. So I feel like I'm 18 again with the responsibilities of a 32-year-old and 4 kids and house and everything that comes along with that. You know what I mean? Not really having the nest egg that I'm used to having and all that sort of shit. So again, don't want to go into too many details. I'm not trying to insult my ex. She's got her own things that she's dealing with, and deep down she's still a good person. She's still got a good heart. Just got off the wrong path herself there, and we're just trying to figure it out. So now that I'm hearing myself say this out loud, I'm also going to iterate that she doesn't have like a drug addiction or anything like that. It's not a concern. Just so you guys know, there's no drinking, no drugs for either of us. We're both sober people, so I mean, not like we had problems. We just don't partake in general. It's not really ever been a thing for us. So this is probably going to be a pretty quick video. I honestly don't know if this is going to be a 10-minute video, a 3-minute, I have no idea. But I am going to say this. I don't know where the future of Off the Trailer is. And I think, honestly, we're getting to a point where Off the Trailer's done. I've had so much fun over the last 2 years or 1.5 years, however long it's been, making the videos. And, just kind of, I've always wanted to be like a little bit of a comedian. So having the ability to kind of put these things together and do things that make people laugh and make new connections and stuff has been a life dream to be able to do that. And then to see the outcome of where it's gone from where it is, and I never imagined it would ever turn out to be something like this. Like I literally, and this is not like a brag, but I can go to Walmart sometimes and have people come up to me and be like, dude, I love your videos. Or go to the gym, dude, I love your video. And car shows, obviously, because that's where we all are, right? So just running into the people that watch the videos, they enjoy them, they get a good laugh out of them. Like, that shit for me, like, I love it. Maybe it's a little egotistical, but I love meeting people that watch the videos and want to hear about the car and talk. I just love interacting with that. Like, I want to hear what you have to say, and what's your favorite video, or like what are you trying to see with the car, or, it's honestly been such like a life altering experience, having people even take photos or ask for autographs like that. I never imagined when I first started this that somebody would genuinely come up to me and be like, "Yo, Denny, can I get an autograph? Yo, Denny, can I get a photo?" I never thought that would happen. I just thought, I'm going to be an idiot in my garage. I'm going to say some funny things. I'm going to try to do some funny things. And, it's all going to work out. And, like, big shout out to all the amazing friends that have helped, contribute. Like Ross from Lift King. I mean, shit, man. How many videos have we done together where you've basically just let me have free run and mess around, and it's been, dude, it's been a ride. This whole thing's been a ride. I don't know, man. I don't want to see the end of Off the Trailer, but I just don't think the concept of the videos is going to work anymore. I mean, I think what genuinely made Off the Trailer work was that husband and wife back and forth, the husband in the garage doing the stupid stuff and spending the money on the car parts, and we need to do this and we need to do that. No, I've had a big idea, we got to do this. And that's genuinely just my personality, right? It genuinely is. And her and I we just always had that chemistry back and forth, that banter, that comedic love between the two of us. And I'm not saying that that's gone. I'm just saying that right now it ain't here. That being said, is, I don't even know, man. If it's going to continue, it's got to be different, basically, because I don't really like the videos of just me in the garage doing everything by myself, if I'm being entirely honest with you. I don't care for them. I'm not a huge fan of it. I don't think it has the same vibe to it. I'm giving it my all. I'm giving it a shot, but I just don't think it's the same thing. It just doesn't have that same vibe. But this is, this kind of brings us to other opportunities, I guess, in the sense that, like, this thing still has to get done. I'm not walking away from this. I'm not giving up on it. I still have, I'm very, very close. I mean, if you guys have been following for a while, you remember when that thing was literally just a bare metal shell, and then an even more bare metal shell after I sandblasted the entire thing. So, like, it's gone through a full restoration, case swap, we're working on the all-wheel drive stuff and the supercharger and the 8-point roll cage with the stitch weld. You're just trying to do this, like, this crazy thing that I have in my head. And the biggest part of my motivation, truthfully, to get it to this point has been having you guys here with me along for this ride. So, I mean, there's a potential, and bear with me now, there is a potential for this to continue. And it's going to be a change. And like I said, Off the Trailer is done. But Trackboy Industries is just getting started. So even though, weird, have I just been wearing hats wrong? Y'all have noticed my ears are always tucked in. Have I just been wearing, I don't know, let's see. My hearing's the same either way. This is new. This is going to be an entirely different version of the Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and even more so YouTube in the future. I've had this kind of as a thought for a little bit now. So Trackboy Industries is a third company that I am taking on, that I will continue to grow outside of my web development, outside of my Uber for roadside and Angie's List for automotive services. I am ADHD. I think y'all are right. I think I'm 100%. I'm fairly certain y'all are on to something with that, because my God, don't ignore my pile of junk there. I'm doing a garage clean out, a house clean out. Like I said, things are different. Life has changed a bit, so I'm just trying to clean up my life around me and get rid of all the unnecessary shit. That's what that is. That's a big, so the perspective of my hand is off. Anyway, I'm gonna stand here so you can't see it again. What pile of junk? Like I said, the car still needs to be done. I need to get the fuck out of the garage. Still going to be going to the car shows, doing all that stuff. But what is the sole purpose of a track car? To live its life on a track and not on dollies or stands in a garage. So together we are going to continue. If you guys will stay with me, support me, give me tips and tricks along the way while I completely change the entire concept of this channel and re-editing videos and video styles and all of that. You know, from the short little comedic back and forth banter to let's go to racetracks. Y'all want to learn how to get a race license? Let's go do that. There's a class coming up soon in Edmonton, and I'm going to go take. I'm just going to do it. We're going to go, let's go do kart racing. You know what I mean? Bike racing, all of it. You want to go do drag strip with me? Down a drag strip on a crotch rocket? Pfft, sold. Done. I haven't done that in years. Let's do it. Let's continue all of this and not let this massive shitty situation in my life, if I'm being honest, stop anything. My kids still need me. I still need to be a happy, positive, uplifting guy. Nothing really changes, to be honest. And that car still deserves to be done. As far as I've come with this, as far as we've come with this, it deserves to be done. So yeah, it's a little bit of, fuck, we're at damn near 12 minutes now. I've been ranting. So it's a bit of a cheesy, corny video. But essentially, if you've watched it this far, Off the Trailer is done. You'll see the changes reflected here soon on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. But Trackboy Industries, trackboy.denny, we're just getting started. Thank you to everyone. Sincerely, thank you to everyone. The amount of messages that I have received since my life turned to shit 7 days before Christmas. Like, I literally, there's still, and I apologize, there's still people I haven't even gotten back to. Because there's that many. It's like, I'm not even exaggerating, well over 1,000. You know what I mean? And when I have a conversation with people, a lot of you will know this. If you reach out to me, I will reply sometimes. As often as I can, I should say. And then you respond to me, and I will do my best to respond back fairly quickly. So when you're trying to do that times 1,000, shit, boys, girls, it's hard. I ain't gonna lie to you, and I don't want to let anybody down. So give me time. I'll get to you. I see you. I appreciate you. Full line of merch is getting redone. Off the Trailer's dead, boys. Now it's time to get it on the track. Be track boys. Trackboy Denny.